Good morning, Falcons. In today's show, we have the long-awaited UNR College Tour and a look into our cheer program.
And a few short pieces showing what Colfax students have been up to in the past weeks, as well as our Around the PBL segment with John and Sarah.
Welcome to the show.
Next week, leading up to Thanksgiving, CTV is partnering with Leadership to ask Colfax students and staff to share what they are most thankful for in their lives. So keep an eye out for the CTV team around campus next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and share some thanks, whether it's family, friends, people, and things on campus, or anything in between. We want to capture it.
Take a minute. Think of what you're most thankful for and share it with the world.
Friday night lights and cheerleading go hand in hand, but to get the final product we see every Friday, our cheer team has to work extremely hard and bring spirit and entertainment to the games. Here's an inside look into how the cheer program gets ready for Friday night lights.
The energy of a Friday night crowd at Martin Stadium is something to behold, and it is the Colfax cheer squad that is in front and center, driving the energy to support the team and at the same time entertaining the Falcon fans. We interviewed Daniel Colburn and Gwen Floyd to tell us about what they do to prepare for their moment on Friday nights.
My coach always says attitude, effort, and ability in that order. So as long as you have a good attitude, it's all good. You just have to stay really positive and nice to each other because they're long days. I mean, like leaving school late and Friday nights are always late, so you just have to be kind to each other.
Cheerleader Gwen Floyd started cheerleading at Colfax as a freshman, and her enthusiasm in her second year for the program is personal.
I like the teamwork part of it. I like that, like, the nest and football, we're kind of all like one big family. Like, we play together, we shine together, and it's just like, it's like a big group, and I like being part of, so.
Cheer is a sport that not many people are aware of the time and effort that goes into wonderful performances. So we asked Coach McNally what it takes to prep her squad for Friday nights. Unlike other sports, there are no second strings, no backups or replacements. Each squad member is vital to the team. If one person is missing or out, it affects the whole team, and yet the crowd would never see it. Outside of their performances, she stated, "We're developing athletes. We condition and train. Our hope is that our training will strengthen both of our cheer program in the fall and our stunt team in the spring. These girls push themselves and are stronger for that," says McNally. This is the work that it takes to make Friday night special and to give Colfax one great show. Reporting from CTV, I'm David Martinez with camera op and editor Michelangelo Taylor.
That was truly eye-opening to see the work and dedication it takes to be a good cheer squad. Thank you, David and Michael, for that story.
Colfax students were recently given the opportunity to travel to the University of Nevada, Reno and get an exclusive tour. Reporter Daviana Ackerman with camera crew Jake Smothers and Jordan Hill put together this What to Look For in a College Tour piece.
Juniors and seniors, this one's for you.
It's Daviana Ackerman here reporting for CTV live at UNR to give you a look into the college life. For this beautiful campus in the desert, we gathered as much information about the knowledge a student applying for college should know.
My title at the University of Nevada is I'm the admissions and recruitment manager for scholar students and students that score like in the top 10% of ACT/SAT test takers. First thing is making sure like you do know you want to go to college, because when you go to college it's a different ball game. And then when you arrive actually on the campus, be open, try new things. You got 4 years of your life to really kind of decide really what you want to be when you grow up.
We even talked to Ezra Ezradu, a student on the tour from Las Vegas Coral Academy of Science Charter School, on what she was looking for today.
Well, my older sister actually went 2 years ago when she was in high school, and she told me about the different experiences that she had and how much it actually helped her like decide on what she wanted to do. So I wanted to go to be able to experience the college campus atmosphere, pretty much what I wouldn't be able to do without going to the actual college.
According to Quentin Nolans, your first step is to get out and tour the campus.
I think a student should ask, and hopefully they know before they arrive on the campus, is do we have the program? That's one thing. I think another thing that students should ask is that if the program is impacted or waitlisted.
But first, come to the campus with questions you want to ask your tour guide.
I'm the director of admissions here at the University of Nevada. You can get more specific information about your academic interests. That does help as well.
Ask your tour guide a lot of different questions. I always recommend to incoming freshmen to get involved in the university. So ask your tour guide like how to do that, things like that on a campus tour.
We asked the representatives beyond grades and test scores, how can a prospective student make themselves more attractive to universities?
First, I always recommend students reaching out to admissions offices. By doing that, you're now on that school's radar. And then maybe if they're ever in your area, and just like in Colfax or in the greater Sacramento area in the foothills, I would say reach out to them, see if you can, if they'll take you out to lunch or you and your family or out to dinner, because a lot of them do that. We do that at the University of Nevada. Let's say if we're in the area and it's a student that we heard that's a good student, not always based on the ACT or SATs, because I think there's a difference between a student that is gifted and a student that's high ability.
Well, as we wrap up these tips for our tour, we had a chance to interview Matthew Henricks, an alumni of ours, to see how he's been enjoying his college years at UNR and what Colfax did to prepare him for life after high school.
Definitely with Mr. Kovich and Ms. Schofer's journalism class has helped a lot. Both those teachers are very, very good at writing. I don't know if they're still at the school. I assume they are. But they definitely, like, their critique of my writing was very helpful, and I still use their advice today. And the other class was Mr. Wolff's, I believe, was his leadership class. Even some of that, like the filming techniques that we used in his class, I still use often in my journalism video classes.
As we toured, we got a special look of UNR's very own journalism room and many other buildings that amazed us and excited us to prepare for our college journey. To end our beautiful and informational UNR tour, we're here at Mackey Stadium. Signing off for CTV, I'm Daviana Ackerman. See you next time, Colfax.
That's a great piece for anybody who wants to take advantage of a college tour on any campus.
That's right, and make sure to know what you're looking for in your next college tour.
A few weeks ago, our students immersed themselves in Mental Health Awareness Week and learned all about reaching out and keeping yourselves and each other healthy. Here's a brief recap of the week.
Mental health awareness was front and center the week of October 22nd through October 26th. The peer mentors brought the program to campus to spark awareness of the many resources available to students, to include off-campus support featured at the fair. The peer counseling department is hopeful students will take advantage of the resources on and off campus and keep their personal health in mind on a daily basis.
Such an important week for our school. Thank you to our peer mentors, and don't forget to take care of yourself and your classmates as we head towards the close of the term.
It's getting chilly out there, and what better way to spend a night than enjoying a play at the Colfax Performing Arts Center? CTV was on hand for opening night and has the review.
Colfax Performing Arts Center was alive Wednesday and Thursday with the opening of the play, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. This tale of a Christmas pageant being crashed by the worst kids in town was both hilarious and touching. The cast and crew have put together a must-see holiday production that features standout performances around every corner, including staff cameos and future Falcons making their acting debut. There will be performances at 7 p.m. on November 10th, 14th, 15th, and 17th, and tickets can be purchased at the door.
It's never too early for the holiday season, and I'm looking forward to seeing the show.
The sports department has been working diligently to put the playoff scene in perspective. Here's John and Sara with Around the PVL.
Hey there, Colfax, and welcome back to Around the PVL.
As playoffs are starting to wrap up in the fall season, so are fall sports. But first, a quick recap on our two teams that are continuing to pursue championships.
On Tuesday, our Lady Falcon volleyball squad traveled all the way up to Colusa High School for the first round of NorCal bracket play and came with a win over the number 6 ranked Redhawks in 4 close sets. The win sent the Falcons way up north to take on the North Section runner-up and NorCal number 3 seed, Pierce Bears, on Thursday, but we do not have the results at the time of this recording.
Football starts their section bid in the quarterfinals tonight when they take on the 8th-ranked Los Banos Tigers at Marston Stadium. The Tigers beat the 9th seed Oristimba last Friday 38-31 and earned a shot at our undefeated Falcons. Should the Falcons keep the undefeated streak going, they will be playing the winner of the Sonora Foothill matchup, which should be a nail-biter, John, because they are the 4th and 5th seeds.
Should be interesting, Sarah. On the other side of the bracket, there's an epic rematch with Center and Bearwood going down. Now this will be a big game because last time Bearwood barely pulled through with a 16-7 win. However, Center did not have a couple of their key starters. The winner will advance to take on Mountain House or Ripon. Mountain House is the 7th seed and the Western Athletic League champions, and Ripon, also a league champion, is the 2nd. Looking at the numbers and strength of the schedule, I would give the nod to Ripon, but in the playoffs, anything is possible, including an upset.
We will see, John. As our final farewell to the 2018 year of fall sports, we salute all of our all-league athletes from the fall season.
Before we kick it back to the desk, we recognize these outstanding players representing Colfax. I'm John McCann.
And I'm Sara Detwiler, and we'll see you next week, Colfax.
This year of fall sports was action-packed and full of success. It showed playoff berths from every single team, which includes girls golf, cross country, volleyball, and football. As a school, we captured 3 league titles in just the fall season alone. And to put that into context, we only had 1 all last year. With all this success draws a total of 18 all-leaguers and 6 league MVPs. Let's get right into it. On the greens, the girls golf team sent 3 all-leaguers, who are Amber Holt, Roxanne Reynolds, and Ashton Tenario. And leading them to a second-place finish was league MVP Jordan Rooker. Although boys cross-country did not achieve any all-league awards, they did have the league MVP on their squad, Connor Vrooman, who helped them finish second place. The girls cross-country team was a different story. They had 2 runners get selected to the all-league team, with Emma Sanders and Rose Forbes. The girls also had the PVL's MVP Sierra Hagan, who led them to a first-place PBL finish. For football, the undefeated PVL champs received the most awards throughout all sports. The boys' powerhouse offense was led by senior Jake Green, who dominated the PVL and received offensive MVP honors. The offensive all-league team included Jake Leahy at guard, Peter O'Brien at tight end, Alex Weir at quarterback, and Colton Reeves at receiver. The Iron Curtain defense was led by defensive MVP Tucker Klopodic. The other defensive all-leaguers included linebacker John McCann, defensive end Parker Sullivan, and John Beckman and Dylan Owens as the defensive backs. Last but not least, the 10-0 volleyball team dominated behind MVP Hallie Newman. For all league selections, the volleyball team sent 5 girls, which included Sara Detwiler, Grace Bliss, Haley Mulick, Keegan O'Sullivan, and JC Dean. We here at CTV would like to congratulate all of our MVPs and all-leaguers. For CTV Sports, I'm Bobby McCann, signing off.
Another quality look into the high school sports scene. Thank you, guys.
As we close today's show, we want to remind you to think about what you're most thankful for, and we look forward to seeing you around campus to capture your thoughts. I'm Autania Mierow.
And I'm Jake Smothers, signing off.